to say.
Oh no, how long have we not been recording on this camera?
Wow.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Oh.
For the last 30 minutes.
We have been,
Now, speaking of regrets.
oh my goodness, regrets. I didn't hit record. Your biggest regret.
My biggest regret. Well.
If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel in 2025, don't. At least not till you watch this video. We just hit our 10-year anniversary doing YouTube. We've been doing it for a decade, and we have some regrets, lessons that we learned like the hard way, and we thought we would share those with you, and also what you can expect to make from YouTube, so you can make an informed decision.
We all get frustrated by social media that only shows the good of everything, right? The good of parenting, the good of Homesteady, always the good. Sometimes showing the messy, hard parts of something can help anybody else who's out there watching and wondering how to do it.
We really don't want to make a video that is like YouTubers are crying over the fact that YouTube is hard. I really love doing what I do. That's why I'm still doing it. But this video is really geared towards just, if you're thinking about it, you should know these things. One more time, let's do one more take. Oh. Let's start with regrets. Let's get right into the nitty-gritty. Regrets, dive right in. I know you have regrets.
All right, my biggest one. Everyone knows what the YouTube comment section is like, right?
Yeah.
You're inviting your school bully to follow you around and watch everything you do. So everything we do at the farm, we're like, hey, school bully, come watch what I'm doing. And he's like, I hate your mustache.
To whom it may concern, that mustache, your demeanor, your entire everything makes me sick. LMAO. Peace out, dude. Sincerely, __.51.
When I think about the way we used to be, when I think about the things you took from me, I know that I am so much better.
So many mustache
Right?
hatred
That's what we
comments.
invite into our life.
I could feel it in my bones.
And this school bully is vicious. He's not only like, I hate your mustache, you're stupid. I'm not gonna watch you anymore because of your stupid mustache that I hate.
Comments like this one, calling a mustache unsanitary. I'm not sure you could prove that scientifically. I don't know, maybe you could, maybe you know something, click below. Anyway, yeah, I shaved the mustache. The mustache is gone. One less thing to worry about. So, for all you mustache haters out there, congratulations, the mustache is gone.
A few inches later.
It's me, Mario.
You've been waiting a long time for this.
Let's go. More unsub comments because I had a mustache than
Maybe.
anything in the history of Homesteading. Oh. This is gonna be a
School
fun
bully.
video.
We had to butcher our milk cow.
That it?
Yeah,
Is it time?
say goodbye.
It's time to say goodbye to Ladybug.
Attention Homesteady. We've all had this happen before, and we didn't make a big deal about it. You're just doing this for attention, for clicks. You know what I always say? Follow the money. Regards. Calman, DC.
The school bully said, why are you being so dramatic about this? That's no big deal. You're just doing this to get attention.
Just want to say thank you to Ladybug for everything she's done. And we'll miss her.
I saw on various other forums, like Facebook, places I go to talk to other people with family milk cow, like on Homesteady, they were so dramatic when they had to butcher their cow, and people were like, well, it's just for views, it's just for views. I even engaged in that conversation because I thought, what a terrible thing to say about somebody. But that's what you invite into your life when you're sharing with people, and people who don't know you, who assume things about you. Or our baby was sick and we got camels, which is weird, right? People do weird things. the school bully says, because he always picks on the weird kids, like, why are you doing that? That's stupid.
Homesteady's views must be down. It's the only way to explain a publicity stunt like camels. What's next? Zebras? Warm regards. Frito's Boy 678.
Why did we get camels? What in the world? Why did you get camels? Are you setting up an exotic petting zoo?
You're talking me out of it. Why did we get camels? The baby.
Yep, the baby.
The baby.
The baby's allergies, the baby's food intolerances. Essentially what we have figured out without having a lot of solid answers is gut issues.
And we really wanted to add something to help with the healing. That's when I kept reading about camel milk. You're just doing that for attention. And I really get bothered when people say we're just doing it for views.
Yeah.
Like we're making our life decisions just to get people's attention. Which is like, that's just...
Later on in this video, we're gonna talk about what we make on our channel. And like, you'll see later in the video when we talk about what we earn from YouTube, like the concept of choosing a life decision because maybe we'll get some views is...
So yeah, I mean, we, like I said, we do weird stuff. I wanted to get camels, and unfortunately the person I am, which has haunted me my whole life, I love animals. I couldn't get everything I wanted to when I was young. I still got enough, right? Horses and donkeys and stuff. But as an adult now that I have a farm and a homestead and a barn to fill, I love it. So I love having something to get excited about when my baby's sick, to be able to say, hey, let's learn about camel milk. Now let's learn about camels. Now let's get some camels, because we can do that. And I can raise a baby water buffalo. Things that I've always wanted to do, I'm able to do, and he can video them. It's like if you're a stonemason and you need a stonemason who needs a wall built at his house. And he's a stonemason, so he builds a beautiful wall. But everyone driving by is saying, well, he just did that for attention. He just wanted to get business. Well, no, he needed a wall.
Yeah.
Just because he made it look good doesn't mean it wasn't something he needed. So we're making these videos. I'm doing the things I want to do. And just because Austin videos them to show to other people doesn't mean it's not something I wouldn't do anyways. We went to Alaska.
We are headed to Alaska.
And we said we're going for the summer to see what it's like for a family who has not been off-grid to now go off-grid.
Challenge our family to see if we could spend an entire summer living way remote in an off-grid cabin in Alaska. Enjoy the experience and make it the entire summer.
We made it to our destination. I've never seen the cabin before.
And the school bully says, that wasn't a big deal. You guys are just idiots. We are not as tough as we thought we were.
You city slickers aren't gonna last a week in Alaska. A grizzly bear's gonna come along and eat one or two of your kids. Go back to Libtard City and do your shopping in your Starbucks. Sincerely, D's Nugs, 87.
So you couldn't do it, you city slickers. You were only there for 2 weeks. You weren't even there for the whole summer. Like, come on, school bully.
Didn't think we would make it this long. My goodness, I thought we were gonna tap out day one.
One that I got
I
here.
remember saying, if we just make it a week, it'll have been worth it. We
Set
made
the bar
it
pretty low.
Yeah. We made it the whole summer. Well, all right, everybody on the porch, one last time.
Are we gonna say bye to the camera?
Bye, April.
Don't cry, Mommy.
You're just doing that for attention. School bully doesn't like that we get attention.
That's it, right.
Or-
School bully doesn't like that you get
He
attention.
doesn't like it.
That's why people are school bullies. Did you have a school bully?
There were kids that were picked on by bullies. They never bullied me, but definitely, I mean, they're in every school. Where are they not?
You know I had a school
I
bully.
know, it's sweet.
They said I had a lisp.
You couldn't say your lisp.
I still have trouble with L's and W's, so they would make fun of me because I had a lisp. And they made fun of me on the bus too.
Sorry, I'm very emotional. This is postpartum.
They made fun of me because I have a lisp.
Sorry, I'm really kidding you. It's not even about you.
What is it about?
You don't have to look so concerned. I'm just trying to get it out. Did you want to talk about your school?
No, I want to
to
hear what, this is more.
While talking about speech.
Oh, yeah.
Say it if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, school bully. This is something that's probably got us closer to quitting YouTube completely. We share a little bit of our family life and a little bit of our kids, right? We don't share a lot, but just a little bit. And one of our children deals with a learning disability, which affects speech. They have dyslexia. And the negative, hurtful, horrible comments about how we're bad parents because, we haven't fixed this, or something's wrong with our kid.
I could keep going if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even going to tell that story because it makes me very emotional, but it's like then your judgy aunt on your shoulder, along with your school bully, when we took our kids to see these tiny sheds to think, oh, could we live in these?
We're building a brand new homestead for our family, and we're planning on moving into a very small home. We decided to take a field trip to a small cabin builder. Love these little porches. These are great.
And she's saying, no, that's awful. Why would you do that to your children? And we hadn't even done it. We were just looking. Why would you do that to your children? I can't watch you anymore. You're abusive to your children. Watching when our child would say something on the screen, your child's
Okay.
It's gonna be great. Your child's they're gonna fail at everything because no one can understand them. Which is already a fear we have because they struggle with this challenge. So yeah, your aunt's a little judgy and she's really mean. And you're putting yourself out there like that. Whew. We could cut that. My regret is that I've let this get into my head. And those are the thoughts you think about when you're trying to fall asleep or trying to think of the next video or the decisions you make in your life. You think like what people have said about you. Am I really just doing it for attention? Are my kids going to fail at life because they have this issue? And it can really mess with your head.
I just did a consultation with somebody, and they're a law enforcement officer. And they said one of the downsides is how they view the community. He's seen the worst of it, so it's affected his perception of reality. He knows it. He's like, I know everyone's not a horrible criminal, but they are out there. So it's like that, right? With YouTube, your perception will be warped.
Such a good way to look at it, because we went to the Mindful Homestead hosts an event in New England, and the people there were lovely. People who have watched our channel, watched the things we've gone through with our dairy cow and everything, and say like, hey, that taught me so much.
Yeah.
And are willing to ask me like, would you make the same decision again? There's amazing, thought-provoking conversations that people can have, and it's not all like, tell us we're wonderful.
Yeah, no.
But right? It's about engaging in some mindful discussion about things that are happening. And you really just have to focus on the fact that there are wonderful people out there.
No.
It's the loud minority who give a bad name to your viewers. People aren't all like that, right? We know they're not.
No.
It's the loud minority.
People are going to say, you chose to open up yourself to this kind of criticism. You chose that. And that is why we're making this video. Because when you choose to do YouTube, you will be choosing that reality, right? But that doesn't make it okay.
Right.
I was talking with Crystal and Reeve. All right, so this is nice. I got a good shot of you guys. From Flat Tire Farm YouTube channel. And Crystal was counseling me. And this is one of my biggest regrets. The way I have engaged with trolls.
And Crystal said, Austin, I have looked at your comment section. Why do you leave those negative comments up there? Why do you leave those hateful? For years, I'd never, unless you said something that was like violent, or I would just leave them up because I thought, well, you know, everyone has the right to express himself and there's different points of view. If you did a painting exhibit, right? You worked for months on this beautiful paintings. You opened up on Main Street. Come and see my art show. You invited the public in. Come into my art studio and see the work I've done. This is a series I've done about how much I love Alaska, but it's dangerous and it's interesting and it's scary and my feelings I had. And if someone came into that art studio and said, you know, your choice of colors here, I would have gone with something different. You'd say, oh, well, what do you use? Oh, and you'd have a nice discussion. If someone came into that art studio and said, this is garbage, this is horrible, that mountain doesn't look, you're an idiot, you're so stupid, you would really quickly escort them out. You'd say, this is open to the public, but you no longer are welcome here. Please see yourself to the door or we will have the authorities do so.
But it's free speech, it's free speech.
Right, but it's our art studio. And that's
private. That's
right.
That's not owned by the public.
Right. And finally, talking with Crystal, she was like, you have to think this is making it uncomfortable for the people who are good. The people who are here to support you and like you, we don't want to say anything in the comments because those people are going to come at us.
You don't want to provoke the trolls, yeah.
She said, you got to get rid of that. And now, I do.
Right. Which is easy to say, to just get rid of it. But you have to read it before you delete it.
Yeah.
And so I don't look at the comments. Man, there's wonderful comments out there, and Austin will tell me about them because fortunately his skin is tougher sometimes.
I don't know. I just have to.
So what's a regret for you?
That was my one big one, is how I've engaged with the trolls. But there's another one. I was the one to start a podcast and a YouTube channel. I actually started the podcast first. And old Homesteady viewers know, like, I was originally a podcaster. 1, 2, 3.
Bulbasaur.
Charmander.
Really?
Dang it. Nobody's Squirtle. But we didn't really start doing YouTube seriously. It was supplemental.
So it's not like you came into it with a plan.
And it happened very, like...
Kind of organically.
Organically sounds like a good thing, especially to a homestead audience. Accidentally is probably the better word to use here. It was a spaghetti mess. I just threw a bunch of spaghetti out there, and one video was about hunting. You'll see my process hunting. One was about fishing. We're in Rhode Island today, and we're catching stripers. One was about cooking appliances for a homesteader. I'm gonna start a timer. I forgot to put the insert in. So my regret is I wish I had started the channel, much more
focused.
Intentionally, much more focused.
If you're starting a YouTube channel, start with
because it's
focus.
Affected us. I've built a very broad audience who maybe they showed up for a video that was on how to repair gutters, and the other person showed up on a video about catching striped bass, and like, what is this channel? It took a long time to get to where we are today. And even with that big audience, we have a lot less of a regular audience because it was not intentional.
What?
I like that.
Was emotional.
Yeah. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. Do you have lessons learned? I think I want to set up like this. The first lesson, if you're thinking about doing YouTube, show, don't tell. What does that mean? Forever we have been telling people what we're gonna do, what we're thinking of doing, what our plans are for.
Hey everybody.
Hi everybody. This week on Homesteady, we're gonna take you into the goat run. A lot of people are looking to this year to see how they can improve their own homesteads. But here on the Homesteady farm, we're cranking up the heat. And that's super boring. We had this great comment from one of our viewers who said, guys,
If I can give you a little advice.
we don't want to hear you tell us what you're going to do. Just show it. Show what you do. That's why I come to YouTube. I want to see you do things.
Yeah.
Stop telling us what you're thinking of doing and planning and doing.
And then he said, I'm sorry if this is too frank. I'm Dutch.
And like one of our best friends is
Dutch.
super Dutch.
So we understand
And
the Dutch.
It was like, yeah, okay, that makes total sense. But it's been advice that's been in our heads now. So even going forward, we're getting a lot of questions lately about like, what are you guys doing next? What's up with the off-grid homestead? What's up with Alaska? What's up with the cows? And we're like, you know what? We'll just, when we're ready, we'll make a video.
We'll show.
And you'll see. But until then, we're no longer going to keep blabbing on about big ideas. So that's the one big
Just to each other.
lesson learned. Show, don't tell. All right, the next lesson learned. If you're gonna get started, find a buddy to work.
Network.
Oh, not a buddy to do a channel with. Find someone who's doing what you're doing and be a
Yeah.
you know.
It's not your competition,
No.
it's your network.
John Siskovich from Farm Marketing Solutions. We have like a weekly call where we talk YouTube. We talk Homestead YouTube.
They're the cutest. It's a bromance.
We help each other with ideas, and that's a good idea, and fix this. And Johnny early on, he started at the same time as us podcasting, and actually he started a little sooner than us podcasting and YouTube. And we could have easily looked at each other as like
Competition.
And honestly, at first, I did. Like the first time I met him, I was like, there he is.
It's his rugged, handsome looks.
John Siskovich. He's got all them views and all them subs. I need those. But we've become really good friends, and we've been a big help. And we were just talking about this last week. Lesson learned. Grow the audience that you want to grow. So this is something I was talking with Johnny. And we were just talking about this last week. It's like a garden. What you allow to grow is going to be what's in that space. If you put a bunch of tomato seeds in the ground and a bunch of tomatoes pop up, don't be mad that like you don't have any corn. And if you watch a bunch of weeds form and you don't pull them, don't be mad that you don't have much produce, right? So with YouTube, how does this apply? If you make videos, something really bad happens on your homestead, and you make a video saying like huge mistake, and the thumbnail's like, huge mistake. And like all of a sudden your normal video gets like 100 views and this one gets 5,000. Like, whoa, this video did really well. I shared a mistake, and you think I'm doing something good. I'm sharing a mistake.
People can learn from me.
People can learn from this, right? So you think, well, what's another mistake I made? Let me talk about that. There's nothing wrong with this. We've done it. We have videos called Mistakes I've Made. But the problem is, if your channel grows because you have a couple viral videos called Huge Mistake, now you're growing an audience of people who are there for one thing.
Fail army.
Yeah, you have invited
Fail
the
farmy.
Fail farmy. Oh, that is so good. That's so good. Fail farmy. You have invited people to just watch you get kicked in the
Great
nuts,
channel idea.
right?
I
Like
mean, we
that's
should
all
start
fail farmy. This is a good idea.
Fail farmy.
So this channel's officially over, and now we're starting fail farmy.
Just send in your farming
Oh, man.
mistakes.
That's it. We were done. Thanks
be-
for watching.
it
It's
would
been
be-
a good 10 years. If you cater to that, right? If you just put out videos that are constantly your mistakes.
It's fail army. You know, you go there to watch people fall and get hurt and do stupid things. If
Get
people are coming to
kicked
your
in the
channel to watch you fail and get hurt and do stupid things, like that's what they're there for. And when you're not doing it, they're not going to be there for it.
So then when you make a video, 10 best ways to grow garlic, don't be surprised when nobody watches that video because they wanted to watch you get kicked in the nuts. They didn't want to watch you grow garlic. That's why you watch Fail Army. That's why I watch Fail Army.
Why the kids watch it?
So this is a reality if you're going to do Homestead YouTube is like everything you're doing. Battery died, now we have to go back to the house and swap out batteries. Why didn't you just take out both batteries? Well, because they got to charge while the other one's charging.
So you need another battery.
I need 3 batteries is what I'm saying if I'm going to do this right. Yeah, that's
When somebody just wants to get work done
and that's her.
and you have to do things,
Like
but filming at the same time, it can be frustrating.
it can be frustrating.
So it is true if you're thinking about like starting a channel, make sure your other half, partner,
yeah.
family is on board, and
It's very intrusive.
and they know what to expect. If your other half just says, no, I don't want to be on any videos, you gotta respect that.
Oh yeah, because it's YouTube. You never know. You could make your first video could get 1 million views, and it could be fail farmy. Got batteries. Hey, Loft. You don't want to go out. We could go outside. Is it still raining and misting and stuff? I'm gonna leave all this in. This is the fun, like, behind the scenes of choosing a new location, because the attention spans of humans are maybe. Hayloft would be nice and quiet and cool looking. We could sit on a hay bale. Can I win you over with that? Or with sitting? I know, it's hard, but that's the job. We chose this life.
I didn't choose it, it chose me.
Oh, we need our clipboards. You got them? Okay, so first, let's talk about you. If you've been watching this and you've been thinking about starting a homestead YouTube channel or just a YouTube channel in general, would we recommend this to you? And what could you expect to make? We're gonna share how much we've made over a decade of YouTube, from YouTube. So, you have your decision, I have my decision. Would you recommend YouTube to somebody else? And like, I wanna like talk while I write it so you don't know
how many letters you're writing. Ready?
Hold on. Okay, on 3, would you recommend someone else watching start a YouTube channel? 3, 2, 1, show. Whoa!
Yes
Are you
and no.
kidding?
No, I'm not kidding. What do I know about them? If they want to do it, listen, I'm married to somebody who wanted to do it. And you did it.
And I'm married to someone who didn't, and I'm saying no.
So if you want to do it, just do it. It's not going to hurt anything. Just be smart about it. You know, it's what you tell your kids with cell phones or social media. You have to be smart about it.
Okay, so I need to explain why I would say no.
Yes.
Because
we're thinking about that 2 different ways.
Yeah, yours makes sense. Like, just do it. Try it. Go for it. Give it a shot.
Don't invest $1 million in it. Use your cell phone. Get started. Don't put people in who don't want to be there. And, you know, don't expose yourself in ways that you would regret 10 years from now.
I'm approaching this. I do not suggest that you look to YouTube as a really good way to make a living. 5 days a week, I work 5 to 5.
Yeah.
No joke.
You don't work less hours.
No, I definitely don't work less.
Normal job.
Now, we have the freedom to choose how to use that time, but I still work 12 hours a day during the week, and on weekends, I work probably 3 hours on weekends each morning before you guys wake up. And then depending on what we're doing that day, I might start filming something. So it's like I work a ton of hours. We'll get to it in a minute, how much money we've made from it. I don't make a great hourly wage. Basically, if you're looking for a good way to make a living and have freedom, there are way better ways to make a creative, interesting way to make a living.
You wouldn't do it.
I would not recommend it
as to make money.
But if you're saying, like, if you just want to do a YouTube channel, sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Give it a shot.
You're right, I guess have reasonable expectations about what's going to happen. And make sure it's something you enjoy doing and that you can stop it when you stop enjoying it.
Don't forget to start it off the right way. Because if you are thinking about it like a business, the mistakes I made directly reflect in the money we earn nowadays, right? So let's talk about money. Shall we get into that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk money. What have we earned? We've been doing YouTube for 10 years. About the first 3 of those were really low-key hobbies. I wouldn't even really count those 10 years. What I would say is in 2017, I announced I was going to do YouTube full-time. At that point, we had started making a little bit of money, but not like full-time money or good money. So that's actually 7 years of full-time YouTube content creation, podcasting, website, all that. So what have we made? We have made $206,000 in 7 years of doing YouTube full-time plus, right? It's not 9 to 5 like we talked about. So that gives you about $30K per year doing YouTube full-time, working 5 to 5, long hours. not a great hourly wage. So how do we do it? How do we get by on $30K a year? Well, we have other ways that we monetize Homesteady. We have other ways that we have built up our business. You hear us talk about our Pioneer program.
What would you do if
Ost from Homesteady
was right in front of you? And what if all you had to do was reach into your pocket and pull out
16.6666 cents to save Ost's life?
This is that
Ost.
And this is that moment. Go online and join
the Homesteady Pioneer program with your $5
monthly gift. It's only
16.666 cents
a day, and it means you'll get
Homesteady,
the critical help they need to survive. Please.
We have made it work over time. We also do make some money from the farm, from the homestead, and we can talk about that in a future video. We grow a ton of our own food, so that limits our grocery bill and what we need to do. Not a lot, but it still helps. So it has worked over this last 7 years we've been doing it full time. We have taken care of our bills and fed our family. But again, if you're looking for a way to make really good money, this is what we've got. Now, that's not what everybody gets. If you get a lot more views, you do a lot better. If you start your channel off better than I did and you grow quicker, and we've seen channels start years after us and pass us by, you can do better than that. But statistically speaking, most people don't. So just to be understanding what you're likely getting into, that's what we've made over a 7-year period on average from YouTube. And now let's talk about, would we do it again? Would we change anything, right?
You need a cute girl on your thumbnail,
okay.
Not this kind of hair.
We're making a
Austin.
thumbnail. I figured I'd show you the behind the scenes of making the thumbnail because Kay hates making thumbnails.
Oh.
Ready? Happy? This is the other thing. If you're into YouTube, if you're into the idea of doing YouTube, like thumbnails are going to become like
your most hated
30% of your thoughts. And here, good. Other than the times where you're not thinking about comments, you're going to be thinking about thumbnails.
Thumbnails.
She hates doing thumbnails. That's good. After a decade spending so many hours of our life, so much emotion and effort and blood, sweat, and tears.
I do.
That's cute. Would you do YouTube again? You ready?
Let's first let's clarify this because clarity is important.
Clarity is important.
Let's say we can apply the experience we've gotten.
I'm a time traveler.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And I show up today and I say, guys, I just heard you talking. Sounds like you would change a lot about how this went. I can get in this time machine and we can go back with the knowledge we have. We can go back and go back to that very first day that Austin was like, hey, you know what? I should probably make a YouTube video. And you can jump out of the time machine and you cannot kill yourself because of the whole you can't be in two places at once thing. I like time travel. I'll nerd out on it.
Okay.
And you can tell yourself, whoa, don't.
Yes.
Or you can tell yourself,
just do these things. Just
I don't know.
I think you should be able to tell yourself like
well, of course
some
you're
of
gonna,
the knowledge.
Well, okay, I guess, all right.
Say there's some nuance involved here and we can discuss further. Okay, ready?
Would you do it over again?
Okay.
Okay, ready? Hold it. Dun, 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 dun. It's so obvious when you're actually writing a line. Oh no! Oh. Okay.
Ready?
You got your clipboard?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Yes. 2 yeses. They don't show up super well on camera.
2. So.
Without even changing anything, you would say yes.
All right. So I'm a person who firmly believes that nothing. I don't believe in regrets, generally speaking. You know, there are some things that happen, accidents that would cause terrible things to happen, that of course. But generally speaking, I think life is learning. And so we've learned. And what we've learned over 10 years. At the same time, we've inspired people, and we get emails and people telling us, you changed my life. Camel milk. Camels we get mocked for so much by people who watch our channel, and it was a publicity stunt. It was just for the clicks. You all did it. And then we get the people who say, here you go again. Like, you helped my daughter get better because I learned about camel milk through you.
That's why I said yes.
We've done something, and it made the world better for a lot of people.
I've been thinking about this for the last week. We've been thinking about doing this video, and I've been really thinking hard about that question. Would I change it? If I had to go back and all I could do is not, if I could just shout out the window in the time machine,
Don't
yes
do
or
it,
no.
us.
Don't do it. And I was really thinking no. I was like,
I thought you would say no.
I just saw this recently. The actual like statistical midlife for a man right now is 37. I am dead in the middle of my life. I have used up half of my dash, as Jack Spirko says. And I've been thinking really hard, and I have spent so many hours, and I have not grown this channel like I thought I would. And I have not seen the income I thought I would. I have not seen the financial success I thought I would. We scrape by, we make it work, but it hasn't done what I thought. And for a long time, I was thinking my answer to this question would be no, I wouldn't do it again. And then we got an email from somebody just last week while I'm thinking about this, about how much help our channel's been and just inspiring. And it made me start to think, where the loud comments in our head are the negatives.
Yeah.
The ones I never forget are those, right? The ones you helped me get started before my kid got sick, or before the pandemic happened, or during the pandemic I was scared and then I found your channel. We just did a video last week about 3 people who started a homestead business. 2 of them started, and they both told me, you guys, I watched your channel during COVID, you were inspiring, and I started. And now they're making their families like $30,000 off their homestead to help their family. I thought if I go back in time and I shout out that window like, Oz, don't do it, all the good we've done with all those people's lives.
Hi, Ost. Let me start out by thanking you for Homesteady. It has been a great inspiration to me over the years, and many of the projects on my homestead have come from your podcast.
Special Accountant Mike only episode.
A special episode.
You're special.
You're the only one who picked up the phone, so I'm going to talk.
Hi, I've been really enjoying your videos, in particular your videos on raising pigs.
Hey, have your infrastructure ready before your animals get here.
It's something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I'm super excited to give it a try.
Today, we're actually going to be breaking down a deer. These tips are going to make sure that...
Hi, Ost. My name is Cooper. I will be 11 at the end of this month. This year I got my first deer. I wanted meat rabbits since last spring.
Tell me, what did we get today?
Bunnied.
What for?
Butchering them.
For butchering them, you little farm kid.
I saw that you recently got meat rabbits, and I'm excited to learn from you. Thank you for all the information that you give. I'd like your channel.
He just passed 5,000 subscribers.
We just passed 5,000 subscribers.
We just passed 5,000
Watching your channel is not only an inspiration, but also confidence boosting that this life is doable.
Today we are butchering our Peking ducks.
Today I processed my first duck, and I did it with my oldest daughter by my side. A self-proclaimed indoorsy person that hates being outside. I know a lot of the reason I was able to make it to this point is because of the work that you do. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Thomas.
My question concerns slaughtering animals. Despite being a carnivorous, bacon-loving American, I've always felt uneasy about the prospect of killing an animal with my own hands. I'm afraid that when I get my ducks, or whatever animal I settle on, I'll chicken out and be unable actually to kill them. I feel a little bit like that today. Like, I've never butchered these cute little bunnies, and I'm afraid I won't be able to do it. I'm gonna tell you how I get through this, how you're gonna get through it, Keith, how we're gonna be able to raise our own meat and do it without being a sociopath. So let's get into it.
Hi, Austin Kay. Thank you for all you do. I'm now the owner of a mid-sized Jersey heifer because I watched your channel.
So I take my thumb My first finger.
Among other things, I greatly appreciate the time you take to explain and show how things are done. Again, thank you for creating a great YouTube channel that is educational as well as entertaining. Linda Lee, a.k.a.
So where
Grammy.
is the best place to get your chickens from?
Hey, you want chickens? I got chickens for you. Hey, come on back. Hey, I got the good stuff here. You want a little Rhode Island Red? I got them Rhode Island Reds. They lay good eggs. I got a little Araucana. Green eggs and ham. You know, little Dr. Seuss special. Hey, come on back. I got good stuff.
Hi, your YouTube has been really inspirational to me and my family. For over a year, my wife has been wanting to do laying chickens, and I've been very reluctant. Your Just Start Chickens videos gave me the confidence to give in and agree to trying a handful of birds.
Just get started.
When you are among the very young, just start. Come on.
Come on. Look what we did.
You owe us. Can you just get some chickens so we can stop all this nonsense?
I dreamed of adding a family milk cow for years. During that time, I found your YouTube channel and fell in love with Ladybug and the idea of mini jerseys, which I hadn't even known existed before.
So you want to have a family milk cow? Awesome. I totally think you should. There's a lot to learn about it though.
You guys did such an incredible job of sharing your journey and cultivating your stewardship. I felt empowered to take the leap myself. Here's a picture of Piper, our first mini jersey.
Just to thank you guys for helping us to get to 2,000 subscribers. That was a while ago. 20,000 subscribers.
We started using camel milk several weeks ago. I decided after hearing about it here to give it a try.
Happy World Milk Day!
Camel milk may be beneficial in treating conditions associated with inflammation, which may include autism spectrum disorder, attention deficit disorder, gastrointestinal problems such as IBS or Crohn's disease, food allergies, intolerances, sensitivities, and sensory dysfunction. Just for us on the personal side, we have definitely seen the benefits for our son who had issues with food intolerances.
And we'll talk
My daughter is handicapped. She's nonverbal and has limited mobility. We have noticed some changes. Some digestive issues have improved. The changes have been small, but wonderful. I would classify them as glorious. Camel milk is improving my daughter's quality of life. Thank you for introducing us.
Happy Milk Day!
Hi there. I just wanted to let you all know how much you all have helped me. More than the homesteading knowledge, I wanted to thank you all for the laughs, inspiration, and hope you've given me.
A chance for new life, new growth, new potential.
I struggled a lot with depression in the past year or so. It got to dangerous levels. That's when I stumbled on your podcast. I don't know why, but learning about all these things I know nothing about gave me hope again. I started to look forward to the possibilities here.
If you give up on day 51 because you're feeling worn out and tired and withered, well then you'll never get to see what happens on day 100.
I saw a sense of purpose for being able to work on my own land. It has helped me so much. So thank you so much.
I thought if I go back in time and I shout out that window like, Oz, don't do it, all the good we've done with all those people's lives doesn't
You could
happen.
shout out, ignore the negative people. You're gonna inspire a lot.
And I think that's worth so much more than the money that I would like to make a little bit more, but all the good that we've done that we don't even know about. Like, there's a lot of good we do know about, but I know there's more we don't. And so for all those negative comments and all that bad stuff, I wouldn't change it. And I guess I'm gonna change my last answer. If you wanna start a channel because you wanna help people and make the world a little bit better, it's actually a really good way to do that. So never mind.
You know what? If everybody who is on YouTube took the time, instead of criticizing a channel instead took all that energy and made a video to teach somebody something they knew,
Oh, yeah.
it would be an awesome place.
For all you out there who have been a positive part of this channel, everyone who's been part of building Homesteady to 10 years, 300,000 subs now, and been through us through. You remember the camel train, and you remember the podcast, and Accountant Mike, and like all these experiences, Ladybug, and the ups and downs. And thank you for being a part of this. We wouldn't change that. We are so glad to have you as a part of our life and this experience. And if you're out there thinking about doing it, and you want to do it to help people and actually make up, the world a little bit better. That was in the very first podcast intro. We can make the world a little bit better, and we can do it together. So yeah, give it a shot, because we wouldn't change it. 99999 99999. Come on, one more sub. Hey dudes, we did it! 100,000 subs. I gotta get that. Look at that. See this.
People were probably wondering if we had the baby.
Oh yeah.
Until the postpartum. Cannot get through an emotional thing without crying.
We had the baby.
We did.
Where do you pulling a picture up?
Pull a picture up.
Cute.
That one. Like a little cross-eyed kid. There she is. Our fourth girl.
Baby number 7. Hi everybody, and we're going to show you this week what we do to maximize the most amount of eggs out of our chickens during the cold winter months.
You're on a podcast. It's in a place to get the thoughts they never thought. It's not nice dog into the farm for some day.
Got some pink eggs?
Don't eat that.
Today on Homesteady, we're going to show you how you can tell if you're about to have kids on your homestead. Just take a good look at the posture. Another way that you can tell whether or not you should be expecting kids soon is by just checking the udder. So no, our goat was not having kids, but
we did. Deb, Margaret, thank you so much for showing us everything. We really loved it. And I'm very excited now about our future family milk cow.
Oh, good.
If we...
There we go.
All right, we got it. One out. Awesome.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Birth's one of the most exciting parts.
I'm glad you like the birth still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm pregnant.
Are you really? Are you pregnant? Are you for real? Is that us? What? 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 Are you pregnant? What? It's a boy.
Little baby cow.
Nice.
I thought I got a polled one, but this one's horned.
And I'm looking for. Where are we going?
You know those people in life that you would spend every day with just goofing off, but you can't because you have to like pay bills and do reality and have kids and a family and like not goof off every day? That guy just showed up with this camera on my farm. I'm super excited for today.
And guns.
And guns.
We're finished up with this last one here.
Actually,
Eat your heart out.
It's time for steak.
It's a steak and a beer.
Steak and a beer?
That's it, right?
Unloading of the animals went so easily, and I was a little anxious floating ladybug.
The summer, no sweeter was ever. The sunshiny woods all a thrill. And I want to go back. And I will.
I think that was really good.
It was very organic.
It was very organic.
What would you do if
Ost from Homesteady
was right in front of you? This is that
Ost.
And this is that moment.